And it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Herbert now. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
Well, a 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside inside the 10 at the 11. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Pollard going to try the right side. And he stopped immediately there. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw, here's Willis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Chargers had 10-3 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Herbert being chased out left. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. The 40. The 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
They talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Pollard again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
4th down, Willis is off, and Randy Bullock is on now for the Titans field goal. Bullock Its kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Oh, what you about to
Picked
do?
off by Amani Hooker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much
I'm at 89.
in these last few minutes.
89.
Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever
Yeah, I'm playing Bradley
Bill
Bill one-on-one.
7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Willis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, you going to be a shooter, yeah?
The house that time on the young rookie. Maybe a
Oh, it's going to be like your other building.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that
Yeah,
way.
did you see mine?
So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly. And that
I like
means
this one. It's probably my main player, man. It's something like this. It ain't all like this, but it's like this. He is fucked.
Interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans will take over here.
Well, for me, I ain't got like this one outstanding. That's bad. But I got to work with.
That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because
Wait, you said two?
you can be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button.
What the fuck did this?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans.
They damn near identical, though. It's just one on 6'8" and one on 6'9". Dude, you might well go to 6'9". Unless you want more speed with ball, I mean, that's the only difference I see.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
This is going to be deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a give here to Pollard.
You just got rebirth.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Up to make the tackle, J.C.
Yeah, I know one thing. The layup meter is fucking. I think that shit is essential, bro. Hell yeah. I can't lay up for shit without it.
Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. You want to throw the ball now for play action.
Because I got this shit on. Like if you use that shit with the meters.
Tony Pollard with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on.
That's a funny ass name for it, though.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Yeah, 6-9 switch.
Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception. He's got a man complete. And he'll
I got one. I got a shot with Wiggins face right now, and that might be
up there, 26 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time.
Y'all think Claymore's a good bad, bro?
That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver, move
Yeah, I don't even know.
and make a good, accurate
I still ain't got Claymore.
Thank you, guys.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
It's going finishing bad. Bobby and fucking.
Now it's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get ready to tee off on the quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
These guys off the edge are pretty tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when the runner's struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. Well, give me a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Here's Herbert. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. Quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Ricky. Damn. No, I'm changing that now.
Gonna throw
Call him Richard.
Down with Herbert. And that's into the. And now look at this.
Oh yeah, he's stupid.
It's picked up by the Titans. There he goes, left side, past the 20.
I think what we just saw there with that
What about
fumble
Pretty
return
Ricky?
is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And
Pretty
they don't
Ricky, bro.
just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone
Or
as a defender, you
Lionel
know it
Ricky.
hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
That too.
Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Man, we see Brick gonna hit my ass back though.
He should have
Shit.
stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Here's Herbert. And now here's another interception. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
I like when you do practice it, you ain't gotta finish the whole thing once you do it. As soon as you do it,
I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would
That's
have
an
said
underrated ass
not in
speech.
a million years, but here we go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Willis. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
They fast travel.
The chance of wasting this great start.
Yeah, you gotta run around the fucking boy. Stupidest shit in the world. Run 6,000 miles or 7 miles or some shit. Everybody running around the circle, leaving that shit on.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left.
I was about that dumbass
A
shit.
chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Yeah, let me go. Yeah, I probably fix me some more, yeah.
Give it to finisher.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
They need a rooftop games, but I would have been there tonight.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw
I missed them,
off
bitch.
pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime.
Bruh, you're out of drills for the day. Bruh, what's up with Steve Brickley? Bro, I done did them drills fucking 8 games.
Now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Oh, like literally like a literal day? Oh. Why you say 2K time? You should say real time.
Nah, nigga, wait.
I'm finna go knock at the door, but I'm glad you said something. Finna see Brickley ass whoop. I ain't gonna have nobody to train me.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles
that's
Davis.
what we're calling
Brandon
ourselves.
Gordon.
Oh, we playing the Celtics, bro. I'm finna get my shit fucking blocked by what you call it? Damn, Robert Williams so fucking OP on this game.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Can't even talk to the dude, bro.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Hey, one more time, you were kind of low here.
I said to deliver the hot dog flyers.
The Titans offense.
Why are you doing it anyway?
it's just a twist.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Yeah.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit.
Hey, Chris.
Sir.
I think Wiggins based my base this year.
Get back to the toes part.
Where you going with the Wigs?
Second down coming up.
Been clean for me.
They have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace.
I can't get booked.
Ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
Book got the best shot in the game. Okay, nobody said.
This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And now another turnover.
I don't care what you say,
This one's
Casey.
intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay
you can't even make nothing a core badge until you earn it first. Then you can make it a core afterwards.
Yep. But basically, how you gotta earn it, and then you gotta use it, like do a challenge to progress it, and then you can do it.
Right. Then you can make it a core badge.
So it's gonna be a minute for anybody to get a core badge.
Yeah,
But maybe somebody already got one. You know?
Shit, them motherfuckers have.
They haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have opened the lead up to 30. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Holy
There's the
shit.
Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down.
They already lost his damn mind. I love it.
Actually, the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Eckler again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now. We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already.
Getting frustrated over there, sir?
For them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On 4th down, Herbert. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Well, this throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really
How many badges you got so far, Kenny?
Had some big games along the way.
I have to let you. What? Can I find out right now? Yeah, I'm gonna let you know after the game.
You got what?
I'm gonna have to let you know after the game.
Oh, okay.
Scrimmage the 37 on 1st and 10.
How many you got?
Herbert.
15.
The out route incomplete. It's Gordon.
Yeah, I know you got more than me though.
Down right at the 20-yard line. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, You're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Bitch.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 14th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they'll cut the lead down now to 22. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
My schedule for next week.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about it. He's got the lead, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Titans. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And now here is another interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll run left with Pollard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. 3rd down, it's Willis. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Willis. He gives it to Burks again. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On second down, Eckler. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. On the option, here's Eckler. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Hopkins with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars.